Hello, this is Ironhead 41. Been doing a little research about some solar panels. I got my good friend on Skype call, S Sparks 55. Y'all check out his channel. Link will be down there. I bought this 15 watt 12 volt solar panel a while back and never really messed with it. I'm not a solar guy, he's the solar guy. And so I tried to sit down and figure out how long it would take for this to charge up a typical car battery, which is about 50 amp hours. Alright, well this is going to take about 40 hours at 15 watt, 12 volt, will take about 40 hours to fully charge a car battery. Okay, but if I wanted to use this President Washington radio for emergency communications, how long would it take for this radio to drain the battery at 50 amp hours? Well, this is a 60 watt radio. So this 60 watt radio pulling 60 watts an hour would take about 10 hours to drain a 50 amp hour 12 volt car battery. Okay, so if I use this radio, turned it on 2 hours a day for emergency communication, it would take this panel a full day to get the battery charged fully back up. That's correct.
It is, yes.
Okay. But Dale has some great information about your daylight hours where you're at. Shoot it, Dale.
The noon daylight hours, that's the average hours of sunlight somebody gets per day based on where they lived.
So where I live in North Carolina,
you get about around 5 hours average. When you average it out for the entire year, you'll get more during the summer, you'll get less during the winter, but when you average it out for the whole year, you get about 5 hours of usable sunlight per day.
Okay, so instead of this panel being able to charge my car battery in 4 10-hour daylight days, I guess you're including cloudy days, rainy days, statistics for the year.
Oh, yeah.
So this panel would take longer to charge. If the average is only 5 hours a day, it would take 8 days.
Yes, it would.
So it'd be best to have 2 panels and 2 batteries.
That's a good combination, yes.
So that way you're switching batteries every other day to keep a full battery charged just for using this radio for 2 hours at a time.
Right.
But you mentioned something about inline batteries.
If you hook them up in parallel, then you don't have to worry about switching them back and forth.
But you would still only need 1 panel for 2 batteries?
One panel, or you might be better off with 2.
Okay. So 2 15-watt panels from Harbor Freight for $70 a piece. 2 car batteries is really all you need to run this radio for a couple hours every day if you need emergency communication, intel, whatever.
Pretty much, yes.
That's cheap enough. All right, now what if I wanted to hook up lights and...
You'd have to factor in how much amperage they use and how long you're going to use them. But from my experience, if you go with LED lights, you don't have to worry about it as much because they use very little electricity.
Okay, so with actually 1 car battery and 1 panel and using LED lights, you could have lights, LED lights just about throughout your whole house.
You can, yeah, I do it.
So without having all that fancy stuff and shelves with 30 batteries.
Right.
Okay. But if you wanted to run an electric heater, that'd be a little different. You'd have to get an inverter.
Yeah, you'd have to have a lot more. You'd have to have more panels. Yeah. Resistance heating takes a lot of effort.
Okay. But if you got a wood stove, you don't have to worry about that.
No, you don't.
All right, well, thank you, Dale. That's excellent information. Absolutely excellent. All right, well, Hope this information's useful, you guys. Well, that's it.